Welcome to Tuesday, the 14th day of February, 2023. Your Day with a Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Check them out at cowboystatedaily.com. Also being brought to you by WYDOT. Winter driving conditions are back, so be prepared. Winter is not over. Now, I know no one really thinks winter is over, but the last several days have given us some hints of even a little bit of spring in some areas. Certainly the better weather everyone's enjoyed, but this is just kind of a pause in the action. There is a lot of winter that we see, not only over the next 24 to 48 hours, but long term. So winter comes roaring back. Snow and poor travel weather will hit some areas today and into tonight, becoming more widespread tonight and into Wednesday in many areas. This is going to lead to poor travel conditions. Today it's going to be I-90, sections of I-25's northern areas, secondary roads and highways across Wyoming, central and southern areas of Montana, and then pushing south across the region. There's going to be a pretty strong cold surge that'll bring snow to Montana, central and northern Wyoming today, then pushing south. And then that upper level low that swings through the Four Corners region is going to hit Colorado, really focusing on Colorado, bringing more significant snow to the mountains. And the east central and southeast areas of Colorado, really an area of Colorado that's been missing most of the winter storms this winter, is finally going to get their turn. Kansas finally gets some snow, especially in the parched areas of western and southwestern Kansas. But there will be parts of southern and eastern Nebraska, parts of far southern Wyoming that get clipped with a little bit of snowfall as well as that upper level low moves out. But we're definitely got a northern area of snow and a southern area of snow, two main areas. The middle, in between these systems, there won't be as much. It is going to get very cold. We expect temperatures to go below zero in many areas Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Next week looks cold and next week looks active, meaning there's plenty of cold coming and more snow opportunities, as some of that stratospheric warming we've been talking about is going to want to push cold air out of the higher latitude south next week. So be ready for winter to kind of make a comeback. Today's satellite photo shows the two areas of moisture. The upper level low getting kicked out over northeastern New Mexico, heading this way. Then this low up into Montana, associated with the very cold air coming in behind it. So we're going to be looking at this double-barreled system coming on through. And you can see the National Weather Service advisories. This is all for winter weather right here, going across the interior west and then out into the plain states. This is for another area of winter weather. So you can see the two large areas, snow and ice area number 1, snow and ice area number 2. These brown areas are wind warnings for high winds in between the systems. So you can see those two areas where the snow is going to be focused. There in the 500 millibar chart, you can see what's going on. And then by tomorrow morning, there's that low by the Four Corners area. This is through this evening. So you can see the area of snow in the northern areas with that front coming on through. So up here, southern Montana, northern and northwestern and northeastern Wyoming, Idaho into Montana, getting into the action. The upper level low that's kicking out now is causing this weather here, and more snow in the mountains of Arizona, New Mexico, getting more snow in their mountains there, southwest Colorado's mountains. And very cold air also going to be pouring in all across the west, as you'll see here soon on the temperature anomaly. This is what the snowfall forecast looks like through this evening. But as we go out a little bit further, you'll notice the snow getting a little bit more widespread. So to focus in a little bit more, you can see the line is really going to be here across Wyoming into the Pine Ridge of Nebraska and the western South Dakota. This is where the snow action is going to be during the daylight hours. But once we go dark, go to the dark time hours and then get into that low kicking out of the Four Corners area. This is the path of heavier snow right here with the southern branch of the storm system coming on through. So you can see western Kansas, southeastern Colorado getting into that, Colorado Springs. Then look at the mountains of New Mexico and southwest Colorado there. Look at the mountains of Arizona getting significant amounts of snow out of this system. Then if you focus in a little bit more, you can see the I-80 corridor. Late tonight and Wednesday, going to get just enough snow to cause some travel concerns there. Then you can see that there's a little bit of a snow shadow off the Cheyenne Ridge in northern Colorado's Front Range. But then as you get to Denver Metro, but especially Palmer Divide and areas south is where that heavier snow is going to be. Look at the temperature anomaly by Thursday morning. Cold air gets all the way to the west coast. A pretty big area of cold air comes in behind the system. All the gray, you see the gray? These are the forecasted temperatures by Thursday morning. So the valleys of Colorado and then a large part of Wyoming, sub-zero temperatures will be noted. Even into the valleys of Utah, going below zero will be a possibility as well. Look at these temperatures in California's Central Valley, going near or below freezing in some areas there. Just very, very chilly conditions. As we get into Friday, the low pressure systems, the more unsettled weather, the worst weather is going to be more towards the upper Great Lakes in the northeastern United States. This upper low spins off the coast of California. So there's a little bit of a break. So as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a bit of a break. Not a nice of a break as we had during that last period of time last weekend when we really had some nice weather. This is going to be a little bit more of a breezy pattern, but a break is coming. However, by Monday, we see a big bulge of high pressure beginning to come back into the region. There's the bookends of the highs in the Atlantic and the Pacific. So here we go again. The door opens to very cold air wanting to head south. So by late Sunday and into Monday and Tuesday of next week, the cold returns to the region. This is 10 days out. This is by next Thursday and Friday. Look at all the purple. Very cold air spilling back into the west. And there appears to be a pretty significant flow of moisture coming off the Pacific into that cold air. This is for the 5-day period of Monday through Friday of next week. This is why we say next week looks cold and snowy as Arctic air comes in and is overrun by Pacific moisture. So this is why we're saying be ready for a lot more in the way of winter weather. This is what that 5-day snowfall forecast looks like Monday through Friday of next week. We'll see what happens, but it's pretty impressive with that colder air coming on in. A quick update on La Nina. Look at these sea surface temperatures moderating here off the coast of South America. This is a real big change right here, and the weakening of La Nina continues. And if you look over the last 7 days, the change in sea surface temperature anomalies is showing some orange and yellow here, which means the waters in the subtropical Pacific continue to show signs of not getting colder anymore, but starting to get warmer. So be ready for plenty of winter weather over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll see.